So it's Wesley from Engineering here. While we're getting the crane set up downstairs, let me show you the unit that we're replacing. So this is probably 20, 30-year-old makeup air unit. It's original to the building. It's got gas-fired burners. So that's what those two things there are. Now those gas-fired burners are very inefficient, probably 80% or less thermal efficiency. So there's big incentives to replace these units with higher efficiency units, which is what we're doing today. That's the purpose of the project. Also, the unit's really old. It's due for replacement, but Enbridge incentivizes up to $100,000 for replacing these units. So we have a brand new unit downstairs. It's getting craned up. This one's going to come off, and we're going to put the new one on. What does a makeup air unit actually do? So a makeup air unit is a fresh air ventilation unit. It brings in 100% outdoor air into the corridors here, and that goes eventually in throughout all the suites and then out through all the individual bathroom exhausts and kitchen exhausts. The purpose of it is twofold. One is it provides fresh air for occupant comfort, and the other is to replace the air that's exhausted out through the buildings to maintain a pressure balance. So all buildings require a source of fresh air, but they're a huge source of heat loss in the building. It's one of the highest contributors to gas consumption. It can typically account to 30 to 40% of the seasonal heating load and the gas consumption that you see on your bill for a building like this. So it's one of the primary sources we look at when we're trying to save energy and reduce gas consumption in the building. So increasing the efficiency of the makeup air, we can do that by adding a VFD, which we're doing with the new unit. The VFD allows the fans to not have to run 100% all the time. Most of the time, the building doesn't need 100% full air volume, full CFM. We can usually scale that back depending on how occupied the building is. So we can put what's called an occupancy schedule. So when the building's less occupied, less people are cooking, less people are using the bathroom, the fan speed can be reduced, and that's less fresh air you're bringing into the building. On a day like today, it's almost minus 10 outside, and the less outdoor air you bring into the building, the less that air has to be heated up. And now the gas consumption for the ventilation either comes from the unit itself, if it has a gas burner on it, like the old unit did, or it can come through a glycol coil, like we've done with the new retrofit. A lot of older buildings don't even have heating on their makeup air, so they're just blowing cold air into the corridors. That's actually fairly common for older buildings. But even in that case, that still has to get heated up at some point. When it goes into the suites, it gets heated up by the building, by the in-suite radiators or fan coils, whatever it is, which is still a huge heating load that the boiler plant would have to make up for. So it's a big source of gas consumption. It's one of our biggest targets when we're looking at energy savings. Crane lift went smoothly. It's a little cold today for a crane lift, but we got it done. So we got the new Greenheck makeup air unit up on the roof in the place of the old one. As you can see here, we got a variable frequency drive. So this allows the unit to run at different speeds. It saves a lot of energy on the fan motor, but also the less fresh air you're bringing into the building, the less you have to heat it up, the less gas consumption you have. So a lot of energy savings on the gas side as well. It's all part of the incentives as well from Enbridge. That goes into the calculation for the incentive amount. So this is a hydronic unit instead of a gas-fired unit. Which allows us to have these condensing boilers over there operating at 95+% efficiency. Those are going to be installed inside the boiler room. We're going to pipe that over here into this unit. The reason why we don't want to put a condensing gas-fired unit outside in the weather we have here in Toronto, Canada, it gets very cold. And the condensate is notoriously difficult to keep from freezing. You have to put heat trace on it. It's a nightmare. So it's actually better if we want a condensing appliance to separate the boiler from the makeup air, so we can run the boiler inside and deal with the condensate there where there's no issue. And then outside here, we just have a glycol coil. Keeps it nice and simple. Very efficient system. We got 2 units we're going to be putting in. So over the next couple weeks, these guys are going to be installing this unit on the other side, getting all the piping done, getting the boilers up and installed, and commissioning. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and see you on the next project.